Hey guys, Sandy here. Welcome back to the channel. As you can see, I have started working on Story 20. I forgot that my iPad was charging to record, and I was just having myself a grand old time. So I do have the Story 20 is going to be a 2-page spread because these are the wrapping papers for this year. I've got some plans, obviously, so let's see what I can do. Alright guys, so like I said, I had started messing around with this already, and now I am going to get this all decorated. So you guys have heard me talking about my wrapping paper before, and you guys know I love me some Hobby Lobby wrapping paper. Even before I worked at Hobby Lobby, I just find their wrapping paper to be nice quality. It's easy to cut. It's got the grid lines on the back. It's just good paper. And it goes on sale, right? Like I never buy it until it's half off. And then I get it and I buy a couple rolls and off we go. Now, usually I pick a couple rolls of wrapping paper and it's usually 2 or 3, right? This year we have 5 different rolls of wrapping paper. And that is because Christopher got into it and picked out some wrapping paper that he really loved. So, yeah, he really got into Christmas this year. He decorating, you know, playing Christmas music all the time. He's really into it this year, so makes me happy. He's usually into Christmas, but like this year he was like more into it. So now I am figuring this out. I went ahead and backed one of those frames with vellum. I was toying with the idea of making a shaker here, but I thought, Sandy, girl, your December project is a thick one, and you are running out of room, and you have got to get through Christmas in this album. I was talking to my husband about it yesterday, and because I was showing him my album, like, I'm really happy with it this year, guys, like, really happy with it. And he was like, so are you gonna split it into 2 so you can go through the end of the month since you're loving it so much? And I was like, no, I'm just gonna go through the 25th, and I think that will be good, right? Like, some years I do the 25th, some years I do the 31st. It's just a matter of what I'm feeling at the time, and this girl's a thick one, so it's all good. So that top 4x6 card has the cardstock. It's going to have the numbers. It says a family tradition, because going to Hobby Lobby and picking out the wrapping paper is a tradition. It's been quite a number of years since I've been using Hobby Lobby wrapping paper. We still lived in Maryland when I started using Hobby Lobby wrapping paper, and we haven't lived in Maryland in almost 10 years. Wow, you guys, we've been out on the left coast for almost 10 years. That's crazy to me. Okay, so I've got the different wrapping papers, and these wrapping papers are adhered down to just some cardstock, right? It's just plain white, cheap cardstock. That way it will have a little bit of rigidity, and I'm not just trying to slide wrapping paper into the pockets. So the bottom 4x6 card on the left is a wrapping paper. And then as you can see, I put some of the burlap ribbon on it. I also did one of the laser cut ribbons. Sorry. And then I also tied the 2 little pine cones together with a bow, and I glued that down as well, and then put one of the wooden presents down. This is a trio of wooden presents. It was in the Scrapping Reflection shop for this year. I think it's out of the shop now. So yeah, I am going to heat emboss one of the wood veneers, and I'm also heat embossing the number 20, just with that gilded embossing powder from Brutus Monroe. As you can see, I am just going to heat that up until it is nice and smooth and melty, because hooray for embossing powder. Now, if I wanted that present to have a smoother surface. Like if I wanted it to be a mirror finish surface, I could have put on another layer of the embossing powder, because the embossing powder does get into the nooks and the crannies of the wood itself. The wood is not completely flat, but I decided that I liked the texture on it. It made me happy. So I'm just going to put that down over top the plaid, the red plaid paper, and then the other papers on that side, all those 3x4 cards are all wrapping paper too. So we have the wreaths, the red plaid, and we have the colorful plaid, and then another one of these craft papers. So this is Christopher's pick for sure. He loves those craft wrapping papers. And usually when you buy craft wrapping paper, it's on a smaller roll. But at the Hobby Lobby, you guys, all of the wrapping papers are on the same size roll. And they're all the same price. So it's good stuff. Actually, I think they might have foil wrap. That might be a little bit more. It's been a hot minute since I looked at the foil wrap because I buy these big rolls of wrapping paper. I don't remember. I am going to journal on here, and I'm talking about my love of the Hobby Lobby wrapping paper and how Christopher picked out a bunch of them this year. As you can see, there are all kinds of wonderful goodies across my desk that still could make it into this album. This is story 20, and I still have the rest of story 9 to finish. I have a backside that just needs decoration, and then I've got 5 more stories, so there's definitely time to use some product. But anyway, guys, that is going to do it for this layout. Oh, that sleigh. I love that sleigh. I shove some presents in there and it just makes me happy to look at it. But anyway, guys, this is going to do it for this layout. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys are having the merriest Christmas ever, and I will see you guys again real soon for another video.